We've got an update on the West Mill construction, hail and farewell to our Veteran Services Director Ed Mitchell, and a party down at the Stevens Memorial Library. All of these stories and more coming up on this edition of The Journal. Hello and welcome to the first episode of the North Andover Journal for 2016. I'm Ron Carpenito. On New Year's Eve, the Stevens Memorial Library had a unique kind of party. We caught up with the library director, Kathleen Keenan, and the new assistant library director, Cindy Mazza, to get some insight.
Today is December 31st at the Stevens Memorial Library. We've been celebrating Noonday. Not everybody stays up till midnight, so we decided to have a noonday party and count down to 12. Just a different 12 with the youngest patrons and friends here at the library.
We're going to bring these Uncle Joe's. All right. Somebody wants some?
Goals for school in 2016. I hope to be better at writing meter. And goals for the world in 2016. To keep the world clean. Goals for school in 2016. I hope I can be better at math. Goals for the world in 2016. You should stop hurting people. Do I look crazy?
No, you look awesome. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year from Stevens Memorial Library.
We hoped you were able to join us for the noonday party, but if you missed it, please start watching the library's website calendar, www.stevensmemlib.org. On the main website, click on calendar. It shows our events as they're coming up.
None of this would have been possible without the contributions of the Friends of the Library. We are very appreciative for all that they do for the library, making these types of programs possible.
Well, construction on the West Mill has been going on since last spring, but when will it be done? And what should we expect to see in the building? We spoke with David Steinberg to find the answers.
We started construction actually back in about September. So now here we are in January. We faced a few challenges along the way, but now it seems to be moving along pretty well. We expect to wrap it up this month entirely, and then we'll close up the site for the winter and start doing the work to put in the new parking spaces and landscaped areas in the spring. Right now, we've been reprogramming what is the West Mill, which is on both sides of what we're doing here at the former Davis and Ferber machine shops. Right now, we are finishing up building 17 residential apartments, and we have another 22 to 24 apartments we're building in the existing buildings. We've moved in a number of office tenants already to the former office spaces of Schneider Electric and Converse, who occupied this campus between the two of them for when we bought the property 2 years ago. So far as you can see, if you come down High Street in North Andover, there's some businesses that open up on the High Street, including Taste Buds Kitchen, Maker Mill, which are both educational businesses. And then we have offices from all over the spectrum, law offices, a publishing company, a maternal health and wellness business that is a really interesting business. We're expecting mothers come in and do fitness and learn other baby-related skills, and can also get associated medical devices like breast pumps. So it's really been exciting, actually, for the short period of time, and even being in the process of redeveloping the site. We have about 65,000 square feet of space rented already, between about 30 different companies. In the spring, we expect to open up what will be about 100 new parking spaces on this side of the campus, which will help improve access for the businesses around us, the Good Day Cafe, Jamie's Restaurant, Stashi's, and all the businesses that share High Street and this neighborhood. And we are in the process of leasing up to more businesses, and we're looking for more businesses to come join us, including new restaurants, new retail type businesses, new educational type businesses. And so we're doing that leasing now and aiming toward the spring to have everything fully functional.
And let's find out what exciting things are happening down at the Senior Center for 2016 with Mr. Lester Rugg. This is Senior Moments.
You know, this is hats and gloves and muffler. It's the weather that we all want to avoid if possible after a beautiful summer and a wonderful fall. My name is Lester Rugg, and I speak for the Senior Center, and we just want to contemplate some of the things that are going on right now. Where the center is going to be closed on January the 18th for Martin Luther King Day. Our van shuttle services will be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Pickup is at 8:15 to 8:30, and of course is coordinated by the reception desk there. Our walking group is marching along beautifully over at the Boys Club. That's next to the Masonic building here in town, close to the Common. And I can't speak enough for our exercise program. For all of us, it seems like, 20 minutes is all right. 10 minutes is certainly a step in the right direction. But exercise for a full hour or even 40 minutes is so beneficial, you have no idea. Helps the ankles, the legs, your tone, your well-being, and I can't speak enough for join us down there at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we walk usually till 10 o'clock there, and look to see you down there if we can. Some other things, of course, on Thursday, the 14th, we'll have the blood pressure clinic, and we also want to mention that the Triad will be meeting on the 19th, and don't want to forget Mr. Fixit. Mr. Fixit is from 12 to 3 on Thursdays, and those guys can do anything. They're really good. We have book club on the 18th, and the foot care specialist will be there too. Of course, our yoga in the morning on Monday and combination class. We also have the very popular lecture and cards in the afternoon and bridge. Zumba Gold is very, very popular. A wonderful exercise program. Meets from 3:30 to 4:15. And then there's a second class that meets from 4:30 to 5:30. On Tuesday we have Tai Chi and computer training. If you have a question about computers, contact our specialists and see what might be available. The fee is very nominal for the information and the hands-on experience that you might obtain there. Bingo is very popular, and of course it's every Tuesday. Meets in the afternoon. On Wednesday, we have the walk-in clinic and Heart to Heart, and the ever popular News and Views, which is from 10 to 11:30 there, and it gives you an opportunity to express your own feelings about whatever is newsworthy at the time. Some people can get a little argumentative, but we're all friends at heart. It's wonderful to be back with you and be a part of the CAM program, and I wish you all the very, very best.
Basketball, hockey, skiing, there are so many winter sports to keep track of. Thankfully, North Andover High School Athletic Director Scott Young sat down with us and shared some updates regarding the Scarlet Knights winter sports teams.
So our winter sports play their home games here at the high school. Our basketball teams, our wrestling teams, and our indoor track teams all have home games right here at the high school. Our hockey teams, the boys play all their home games over at Merrimack College, and the girls play their home games at Haverhill High School. Our gymnastics teams have their meets out of Legends Gymnastics, right across from the old Lucent building. And our ski team has their races over at Bradford Ski Hill. Boys ski team, really exciting. We got Coach Jerry Marchigiani back. He's a veteran coach. He had taken a couple years off for medical, but he's back as our head coach. They got back on snow this week, and they have their big races coming up against Masco on January 14th and January 20th for the boys and the girls. Boys basketball is off to a great start. They had a great showing in the Christmas tournament. They're led by senior captains Robbie Camusian and Alex Romano. They have their biggest game of the year coming up on January 15th, Friday night versus Andover right here at Crozier. It's a 7 o'clock game, and it's booster night, so any kids that come wearing their booster jerseys will get in for free on January 15th. Indoor track has become one of the state's finest programs over the last couple of years. Coach Delakai and Coach Nugent have done a great job. We have huge numbers, some of the biggest numbers in the league in terms of participation. They have the defending Division II state relay champs on both the boys and the girls side, and that meet, the relay championships, is coming up on January 16th down at the Reggie Lewis Track Center. So we're hoping they can repeat as state champs. So girls hockey has their big rivalry game against Andover on January 16th right at Haverhill High School in the ice arena. Girls hockey is an interesting situation. They're a co-op team. Our girls play with girls from Haverhill and Pentucket. The name of that team is HPNA. It stands for Haverhill, Pentucket, North Andover, and it's our co-op girls hockey team. Boys hockey continues their tradition of competitive play. They're led by Coach Pete Marfione. Seniors Eric Hall, Zach Martino, Brian Rivet, and Jack McKay have all been huge in their early season success. They have their big game on January 20th. They play rival Andover at 7 o'clock over at Merrimack College. Our wrestling program is one of the state's finest and one of the best in New England, in fact. They're led again by Coach Carlson Cotta. Upperclassmen Jack Perry and Matt Musina have been huge and have done a great job both on and off the mat leading our younger wrestlers. The freshman class in particular has been very successful in the early goings. Boys swimming and diving. First year head coach Joe Rattay, who's our AP calculus teacher here at the high school, with his assistant Eric Folds, who's the son of Lieutenant Folds of the police force, have done a great job. They've got 18 guys out for the boys team. They've got some state qualifiers early on. The brothers Dylan and Aiden Walsh have qualified for states in their first couple of swim meets, as well as sophomore Frank Zhao. And we have a freshman, David O'Leary, who has qualified for states in his first season ever. Gymnastics this year has a first-year head coach, Victoria Travers. She's done a great job. She's got the biggest team we've had in North Andover in recent history. They've won 3 out of their first 4 meets. Their girls are now preparing for their biggest meet of the year, which is Andover, and that'll be held January 30th over at Legends right at 7:30. They'd love to see as many people come out and support them as possible. The girls on the gymnastics teams are led by captains Caitlin Fatino and Maddie Shea. Our girls basketball team is off to a great start once again, led by Coach Meg Ryan. Senior captains Abby Corrales, Alexis Mencia, Shannon Irwin have done a great job early on. In the early part of the season, the highlight for the girls has been a big win over Andover in the Christmas tournament. And currently the girls are preparing for a rematch with Andover on January 15th at Andover High School. We'd love to see as many people as we can come out to the games. And if you can't catch the games in person, you can find a lot of them right here on CAM. CAM is always looking for people to volunteer to serve as commentators or cameramen for any of these game coverages.
Last Friday, January 8th, our local VFW At our local VFW, the community paid tribute to Ed Mitchell, who retired after 15 years of service, and the Journal was there. Let's take a look.
Welcome to the hail and farewell of the North Andover Boxford District Veteran Service Officer. I've been in Ed's office a number of times, and that phone rings or the vet comes in, and Ed's got family plans, and the family plans don't have it. It's take care of the vet. This is a continuance of what we do in service, and I think it's probably why we love our jobs so much. Not to be away from our families, but to be able to help.
I'd just like to also, kind of hard to follow the state delegation, but I'd like to take a chance, this opportunity to thank Chief Mitchell for his service to North Andover, for the amazing work you've done over here in the last 15 years. The capstone being Freedom House, and just all you've contributed. There's so many heroes among us, so many veterans, and you've represented them well, being a hero yourself and being at that level. So we want to thank you so much for your service. Take an opportunity to read the Certificate of Appreciation presented to Chief Edward V. Mitchell, U.S. Navy retired. For over 15 years of dedicated service to the town as District Director of Veteran Services for North Andover and Boxford, your professionalism, dedication, and integrity have been a credit to yourself, the veterans, and the entire town of North Andover. Thank you on behalf of the town of North Andover, and the best for you in your retirement. Presented by the Board of Selectmen, January 8th, 2016. Tracy Wattsman, Chair. Thank you so much.
I want to thank my family. As John so elegantly portrayed how important that is as a BSO. To be successful, you really need to have that family support. And my wife, Diana, I love you. Greatest thing that's ever happened to me. And I want to thank you for the love, devotion, and outstanding support you provided throughout the 15 years.
I think this will have to be changed to
retired veteran service officer. I don't have my keys, I don't have a cell phone, but I'm ready to be relieved.
You are relieved. I have the keys. I am United States Army.
As we say farewell to Ed, we say hello to our new Veteran Services Director, Mr. Jerry McGuire. You can watch the whole hail and farewell ceremony for Ed on our GovCam channel. Check northandovercam.org for local listings. Now I'd like to share some exciting upcoming events with you. On Monday, January 18th, North Andover Cam will be hosting a live production workshop. If you've ever wanted to get involved with the Journal or have your own show on the Access station, this is your opportunity to get involved. Attend the workshop and learn what live production is all about. On Sunday, January 24th, the Stevens Memorial Library will have character reenactor Jessica Paella give a dramatic portrayal of Gardner, set 7 years after the opening of Fenway Court. The library has museum passes for Isabel Stewart Gardner Museum if you would like to visit before the event. Well, that wraps it up for our first episode of 2016. As always, if you have a news story or idea you'd like to contribute, please email us at thejournal@northandovercam.org. For everyone here at the Journal, have a happy and safe New Year. I'm Ron Carpenito, and thanks for joining us.